difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Get ready for your blessing.
Good morning, Sir Markadoo here with Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the street. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Great conversations yesterday. It was off the chain. I got a lot of comments on it. And, you know, you will never get enough of talking about mentoring and recruiting. Matter of fact, I would want to talk about that almost every day. It's something that is a great phenomenon that's happening, and I swear to you right now, I want to thank God for the opportunity, because I'm telling you, I'm imagining me just selling to people, and that's all I did was sell to people. Never really shared any information, and it will probably drive me crazy to know that I could change somebody else's life, sometimes in an instant gratification. I had a sister yesterday that I mentored over in Birmingham, Alabama, and she said, called me yesterday. And she said, out of the blue now, I'm not even expecting this. And she says, I just want to thank you for all the information that you're putting forth on those videos. Because this is the same sister that called me one day and just out of the blue just asked me, will I be her mentor? And it's amazing that how important it is that we, or that I, do it, and that we do it. Listening to some of the associates around the globe that's really coming on strong. My brother over in Jamaica, Mr. Robert, same thing with him. He said, will you be my mentor and guide him to take over a large territory over there in Jamaica. I had got a text from, an email from Africa. Ready, they said, I got all this territory I wanted. He says 160 million people over here that he can market towards. And I forwarded it to Mark this morning to show him that this is what's happening. It's becoming to be more global now, even more global. And I just thank the heavens for giving me that opportunity to mentor. I'm getting closer to the churches now, and I want to deal with the magic of it, though. It's the magic of doing it. And I really don't even like the word magic, but it just seems like a catchy word, But it's really the power of mentoring, the power of distribution, the power of networking, right? And I was talking to one of my associates, Keith, down in New Orleans yesterday, and really from Baton Rouge and Lafayette, and just to be able to slowly watch him graduate into taking some people under their belt. Of course, you know, myself, or anybody like me would love to mentor people that are already structured and they already have this ability to achieve great things, right? But it's the ones, that's from the hood coming up, young folks that are, where circumstances have, even if they were self-inflicted, got them by the throat, and it's getting them, a lot of times it's squeezing them so hard they don't even know how to tap out and say, okay, I surrender, and let God have his way. Because a lot of these people, they're raising themselves and for the most part, and you grab a couple of these young cats, and for me to even be able to communicate with these young dudes as well, when Keith or Cliff, or they put their business associates and their sales reps, on the phone or put it on the speaker. It just lights me up to know there could be a couple of key words to get these guys moving in the right direction. It's interesting. There's some people, right? We're all different, and we all move at a certain speed, right? And, you can't hold that against somebody. But to watch the different personalities, where one associate may be, and another one just, and don't take it, and you think they're not taking it serious, but there's something that's going to happen, excuse me, in their life, excuse me, in their life, that's going to transform them. Let me tell you something, folks. It happened to me. When somebody can come into your life and start to came into my life and nudge me a certain way, that, the greatness. And I remember talking to my boy Keith yesterday, and he's and I'm gonna let him share with you. Hopefully he'll call in. And he said he remember when he first left a home and went to college, and how they perceived him because he was, from a different world, It wasn't like, it wasn't a different planet or nothing, but it just seems like you're a planet removed from somebody else. And all of a sudden, somebody enters into your life and just, boom, it just changes everything and how you communicate. And, I was talking to a student yesterday, right? One of my associates sent one of their children over here to get her merchandise. And, Markadoo, I went right in on her. Hey, how's school? What are you taking up? She said, communications. Well, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you get out? One of the first things she said was exactly what she said. I don't know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? I said, you are in trouble. If you don't begin to know how you're gonna move, you got skills. You're taking skills and communicate. I love when people say, I'm taking communications. But it's how are you going to use that communication? It's amazing to me that people have skills or go to school to acquire skills, and the communicate from her was, I don't know. And I asked her something else. She said, I don't know. And I said, And in my right mind, I wanted to hit on her a little bit and say, hey, I said, your communication, if you're going to school for that, your communication skills suck. And we got to help our children come out of that. That's a bad habit. One of the first things out of your mouth is, I don't know. It's tough. I'm going to open up the lines, 404-286-6700. There's 404-286-6700. The magic of mentorship. What is it doing for you when you helping somebody? How does it make you feel when you're mentoring someone? Does it make you happy? Does it make you excited? Does it make you hopeful? Because these are the verbs that we gotta come to grips with. Well, how does it make us feel when we help somebody? And then when you're helping somebody to acquire cash and wealth, that's one thing. But to get them to look at life in a way where if I mentor you, you got to get back and mentor somebody else. Pass it forward. And the people like Keith and Patrick and, Cliff and, these people that, and there's people there's other people that I communicate with, that I mentor. And now it's like almost, they know it was almost like a requirement that they do it. They got the help of the people to be in a position where you can change somebody's life and don't do it. To me, it's almost like a sin. It's like a sin. We got men in our community that acquired so much wealth of information and wealth, even money, and they don't even know what to do with it. But I'm going into these people's lives, into the school system, into the church system, and I'm going to be very, very strict and some people, I don't want to come hard, but I have to come hard enough for them to see that we don't have that kind of time anymore to go through a whole nother generation. By the time that happens, we done lost our way. We are in a position to flip that script. Mentoring is a beautiful, beautiful aspect of who we are. It is a testament to who we are, even as an individual, to be able to reach into somebody else's life and literally alter it and see it in real time, to be able to change the whole structure of a society. And we know it's happening. 404-286-6700. That's 404-286-6700. And just to touch on that again, to be able to restructure somebody else's life. And they know. Now, I got to make sure that you have that conversation with the people that you mentor, that you make sure they ask, because some people may not want it. The people that I think Keith, that he's helping, I don't even know if he even got those guys to even ask him to be mentored for them to be mentored, because it's very essential that happens. To be able to know have these little young men and women, even older men and women, that they know they can reach in their pocket, get their cell phone out, and be able to touch you, and they know why. They know they're being mentored, and they know they're asking you key fact-finding questions. Fact-finding questions. They know that is absolutely changing the course of their life. And it's something about when you say mentor, and I don't think I ever really got into that deal that strong into it, to be able to say, yeah, my mentor. I got a mentor, and I got this. These are. It's so important that our young folks hear and begin to hear that we're grown folk and we need mentors. I always said to them, I'll say it again. My son needs one or two more mentors. He needs mentors in his life. Men that's gonna share, what it is to be a man, because we get to a point where a lot of these young guys, they're going to be fathers someday. And when that happens, and they don't realize that being mentored, they have a situation where let's say they realize they've been mentored and being mentored, and life just gets easier. It's an easier transition into life, not even being more of a man or being more of a woman. It's just extraordinarily, it is fortunate that somebody has the gift in them to be a mentor, and then the mentoree is saying, or the mentee is saying, wow, my life just feels so much better to have somebody to share information with, to share our life with. 404-286-6700. Let me know how you mentoring somebody else, it affects them, and how it affects you in the same breath, right? 404-286-6700. Now, the beautiful part that I see in what I do with mentoring, I search for it. I'm always looking for it. When I speak to some of these cats from the church, or from the cloth, or they have power in the church, and to communicate with them, and they really, really realize that portion is missing. Now, they'll do it. They'll say, we got a mentor program, and I like to see it. Excuse me. Caller, you on the air?
What's up?
Hey, big timer.
Huh?
What's going on, my mentor?
I'm great, man. You my mentor too, bro. I don't know why you tripping.
Yeah, this is one of my mentors, Roosevelt. What's going on, Yes, sir. And you heard what I'm talking about, right? How does it make you feel when you put that kind of time in? Because you wrote a book, right?
Right.
And when people read your book, that's another form of you mentoring,
Yeah. I've been mentoring ever since I was 10 years old, actually. Because I'm the oldest of 7 children.
Yes.
So I had to start early. Well, in fact, I was trained to do this, at an early age by my parents. So, and ever since then, when I see young people or older folks who haven't really had the life experiences, I share my experiences with them. I would say the younger people, I start out a little bit more in a soft way. Because, like you said before, they're kind of fragile. And as we advance, I get more harder on them because I feel like, hey, it's time to
grow up. It's time to grow up. Right?
Yeah, it's time to start moving and stop all this complaints. And don't tell me about your parents did this and somebody hurt you, did this. Yeah, that's understandable. Let's pray about it. But let's see what we can do to solve some situations here. So let's get moving. And then when I deal with older folks, I have to go to the point of straight shot.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We don't have time to waste.
Right.
You don't have time to waste. So I don't have time to waste with you.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and straight shot you.
Yep.
So if you get knocked out, guess what? Get back to the splash and water. Let's move on.
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting. I want to ask you a little bit more about that. What is the feel like? What does it feel like when you're dealing with an older person opposed to a younger person? What does it really feel like, and how you handle them? How do they respond? You think? Let me ask you that.
When I was younger, they respond negative because they felt like they knew a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They felt like they knew it all because I was dealing with, like I told you, I was I started out young, but I was an executive at age 21 for a Fortune 500 company, and I was dealing with 50-year-olds, 38-year-olds, and people my same age, but I had already started 11 years prior to that, so my leadership was more stronger than their leadership, so I was the supervisor and executive of that company, and I just felt like they knew it all. Now, don't get me wrong, I did listen, because, with the years of experience that they had, I did listen.
Mm-hmm.
But when I felt like it was necessary for me to step my game up, I just stepped my game up. It's just like playing basketball. Like the young people who play basketball right now, they stepped their game up when the older ones who's sitting on the bench, they didn't even make no waves to take that leadership, or as I can say, in a physical sense of sports, sometimes you weren't able to be pushed into that.
But how do you feel now? I mean, like, okay, now I'm an older cat, right?
Right.
And you come hard at me, right?
Right.
You coming straight forward.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the feel? Because I'm thinking in my mind that, because I've done it. Let me make it personal. Where I speak to older people, let's say you. I remember when I first started to really try to mentor you, and you was tough. You made it somewhat difficult, and that's what older people do. They make it kind of a little difficult, and it got to a point where I just said, okay, I started coming a little bit more softer with you. I took a more softer approach. The thing is that I'm picturing is that you got to use both. You got to be, with older people, you got to be hard and you got to be soft at the same time.
Yeah, in time you're gonna feel that out.
Yes.
Because when me and you met, I was on that platform of getting it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I wasn't tolerating waste of time with anything.
Mm-hmm.
So my patience was a little bit more short.
Right.
I really wanted to move forward. And you was moving fast too, so
mm-hmm.
we was accelerating at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But however, in time, I I listened, I paid attention, I watched.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't going to tell me anything. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I'm supposed to listen. I'm going to watch you.
Yes.
You know? And once I watched you and said, man, okay, this cat got some knowledge. We on the same platform, and he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
So since he's been there, we on the same kind of, we're not on the same level of what the expertise is going to be,
mm-hmm.
but guess what? I can learn something from him.
There you go.
I'm gonna sit still.
Yes. And that's what happened. That's what my experience with you. You start to really pay attention and start to listen, and you was watching, like you said. And now, you know, I can see where you applied the knowledge. And that's what I want to ask you now, because we're in 2014 now. Now you see a little bit different. You see how you can market a different way, right? So the mentoring now is taking your power now into the stores and into the open community, right?
Of course, man. Because you know, it's a definitely awakening experience. You know, from one field to another field. Let me let your viewers know, entrepreneurship is a different kind of beast. It's not like a job, man. Really, I want you to understand. You don't have a job as an entrepreneur. You really changes happen quick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like you get up and say, "I'm going to work at 9:15. I'm going to get off at 5:15."
Mm-hmm.
No, man, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you have to get up at 3 o'clock. You get out there at 11 o'clock, and it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to go. You got to sit down and do some numbers. You got to do some analysis. You got to know the weather chart. You got to know your economy. You got to read. It's so many factors that in our business as an entrepreneur. Then you got employees.
Yes.
They have issues, and I think everyone should take a little small training how to deal with employees. If you haven't went to school for it and you haven't supervised anyone, I think you need to take a course on how to deal with employees, because that's going to break you or make you.
Yeah. Yes. And that's important. You know, it's funny that you was talking about this because, you know, being an entrepreneur, to me, is like you have to be proactive. You got to be really proactive. And I was just talking about this morning, tomorrow. I said, you know, it's our marketing. Most people, they get into business, they don't understand marketing. Marketing is the thing that's going to increase your business. I like to say marketing makes millions. It just does. I said to Mark this morning, I said, imagine I'm just trying to imagine if I never did any marketing, where would I be right now?
You know something, I could, now let me chime this real quick, you know, because I'm going to disagree and agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I see people who do marketing, man, it doesn't even it don't roll the circle right.
Right.
And then I see people who do analyze marketing, like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I see you do marketing to the point that you knew this stuff. Don't take advantage that someone's gonna know what you know.
Right.
Instant, because you got history. You got 30 years of history.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying in different fields of what your history. In fact, history is so strong. You went from a child mentoring another child.
Yes.
Right?
Come
then
on.
You went from TV mentoring TV personalities or dealing with people asking for interviews. Then you went from crack, right, to whack. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then you went from where you are now for $96 to multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
So guess what?
What?
Those experiences have brought you to this point.
Yes.
Now, everyone doesn't have those experiences.
Absolutely.
A lot of, as you can tell, when we deal with people now, we got spoiled people.
Oh, man.
We got rotten people. that if you try to change a perception of what's going on in the world today, it's like, man, it's like, God, what the...
It's like pulling teeth. It's like pulling teeth. This is why...
Now,
go ahead.
I have a young person, and me, I always deal with young people, and I've been dealing with young people for 20 years. This young man always come back. I got 2 or 3 of them. They come back and talk to me. And they sit down and talk to me. One went to China and advanced, and she said, I want to be an entrepreneur. And then they say they want to be me. And so that makes me feel kind of like, God darn. I just talked to them. And that makes me feel good because guess what? I must was doing something right. Now, I haven't always been the best member because I got a short fuse. But lately, I learned how to calm my fuse down and study.
Yes.
And the thing is, I want you to go ahead and chime into this one, sir, because everything I just mentioned about you, you know, man, you've been through it. And you talk me some stuff like, let me, oh, Lord, here you go again. Here you go again. Oh, did you just tell me that? All right, let me listen to it. Let me see which way you're going to change it. And it's all been good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no.
Good, bad, and ugly.
Right. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know, you touched on a couple of different factors. My thing is right now is we're extending the broadcast today. My biggest thing right now is how to mentor while you're marketing, how to market while you're mentoring, because that's where everything starts to grow. Even though everybody hasn't had the experiences that I have, like you said, now I'm into technology, videos and stuff like that. So everybody has the same, at this point, on the same platform. I'm telling people mentoring is the key. And you said something else that made a lot of difference. And you said you're short fuse. And now you slowed that fuse down, right? And I said, but I did an episode and a broadcast on how to be patient with your marketing people, right? How to be more. You seen that one? How to be more patient with your distributors, right? Right?
Yeah,
that one was for you. That one was for you.
No, man, that was when I was young. Man.
Yeah.
I was not playing with nobody.
But I know it.
Athlete,
right.
Basketball.
But listen, beloved. But listen to this.
In the field, because you know when you got that kind of mentality to take over.
Roosevelt.
You know.
Roosevelt. You still had that mentality up to today. Okay? You will short fuse on somebody in a New York second. Okay? But the deal is what you said. You had to be mindful that you can gain more of the bees with honey than you can with the vinegar. Okay? You said it best. You said that people don't have that experience that we have, right?
Right.
So you have to be more patient. You have to. Listen to this. We're talking about now, even if, like Keith, he got these guys down there in Baton Rouge going. He got them going, right?
I heard that interview.
Right. If Keith did not show, and he got a short fuse too, like you, right? Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't take his time, he ain't gonna have no recruits. Mm-hmm. You won't have them because they require, right? Attention and pampering. You gotta almost pamper these guys because these guys are shut off just like that. They will shut up just like that. As fast as you got them, you lose them. And when you show a little bit more patience, a little bit more love, all of a sudden these guys are starting to make some cash. It's just like the Oriental brothers, right? Remember the people you deal with?
Oh, yeah.
These guys that own these wig shops and these beauty supply stores, these guys need mentoring too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, right, because look at it. They don't even know how to handle people like you or people like me, do they?
Oh, no.
In most cases.
Definitely not.
So if we don't show some patience with these people, right, we'll never get in there. You'll never.
I'm gonna tell you why they can't do with us.
Okay.
And this is gonna be stereotyped.
Okay, go ahead.
Because, unfortunately, your listeners, my listeners, gonna be listening to this, but stereotype is really asinine.
Okay.
And if you know what asinine is,
No, tell me.
Huh?
Tell me.
Ass. That's what it means. That's what it means. You know what asinine is.
You're right.
But, I was trying to do it in a proper manner. So
Right.
See, some of these people just ass. They feel like that we are beggars of the earth, like we scavengers of the earth. And when one of us come in, they feel like we're going to treat them all the same. Guess what? Now, how you handle this one is how you present the product, how you present yourself, how you have a business card, and you're different.
Right.
And then you show others how to be different. You know how you can become a mentor real quick?
How?
Walk in a place and you got African Americans in. And you dressed up and you got your name tag, you got your everything right, your neatness, your presentation. Guess what?
What?
You just became a goddamn mentor.
Okay.
Because guess what? I have had young people come to me that I didn't even know, I didn't even see them. I seen you. Man, you that man with the name tag. You the one who sprayed that stuff in the stove. Man, can I talk to you for a minute? Sure, I got a couple minutes. Yeah. And that's it. You became a mentor right in.
Now check this out. Check this out, Roosevelt. And you're right, and I'm gonna extend that. You're visually becoming a mentor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But until you open your mouth is what's going to take it on. What are you willing to continue to share with these people to bring them to a point where they will want to listen to you more? Right? Right. Now, I'm going to go back to those Orientals and anybody, foreigners, right? That act asinine, okay? The deal is, let me tell you the deal is, and I know this to be true, they have not been educated to handle people like us. They just never had the training. Let me tell you something. I had to turn many foreigners into prophets. Why? Because, like you said it loud and clear. It's the presentation. How you present yourself, how you communicate, and I said that at the top of the show, how you be able to communicate what your needs, wants, and desires are.
Mm-hmm.
Once you have gotten the person's attention, now you can see, everybody don't have the ability to be a mentor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm teaching these other human beings the art of how to be open to receive other people. I've seen a lot of the Orientals and the Arabs, how they treat other people now. They're more open to receive. And I had one of my Oriental brothers tell me, man, because of you, I really see things a lot different now.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. You have to have patience with people. I remember like I said, when they first told me, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. And then I took the time to communicate with them. And that's how, you being a mentor, like you said, the first is the visual, and now it's the actual.
Mm-hmm.
Presenting yourself in a way where you're ready to mentor and share your information. Like, again, a lot of people don't have the patience to be a mentor. That's why I did that broadcast on being patient with your distributors.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gold, nuggets, rubies, and diamonds attached to being patient with your distributors. Hey, all you gotta do is reflect back to who we was when we, man, some of the drag out back, there was time, right?
Don't bring it.
But I stayed, but I hung in there. There's a time I remember with you, we stopped talking for a while.
Yeah, we did stop talking.
And I told you, I said, I can't take it no more.
You talking about talk to somebody else, brother.
So I went and I started to utilize my strength and my powers on other people that really wanted it. And then once after probably, I don't even know how much time went by, and then all of a sudden, the next conversations were a lot pleasant, and they got even more pleasant the more I got into technology. And you realize that, go ahead, you realize that I was out there a little further, right?
Yeah, because I was already there.
Right.
But, me, like you said, it's red. You're a red person.
Right.
And I'm a red and a green.
Right. Right. And what are greens? What are greens? Greens are more. But what is green though? What is the green? What is the essence of a green person?
I really don't know because
I'll tell you.
You had me laughing.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. They're very analytical. They like to analyze stuff. Right?
Yeah, I do.
Right. And that's a green person. And there's nothing wrong with it. But while a green will ask you a lot of little questions, they will debate you on stuff. A red is like a shark. We don't have a lot of time to debate. We're coming in for the kill.
And see, I was a red one like that one. You can make a lot of mistakes with being a red sometimes.
Absolutely.
However, you can make some fast moves too.
Yes.
But I had to calm down my red because my red was getting on that level of. It was on another level.
Yeah. Well, what it does, it gets on the nerves of the people that you're trying to deal with. The nerves, right. You get on their last nerves, and right, and that can create a problem when you right. But still, the essence of all of it is how you are willing to be mentored. If you're willing to listen to somebody that's going to help calm that fire down, because they always say, you fight fire with fire, right?
Right.
No, you don't. You fight fire with water.
But you know what? Fight to be on top of one, bro.
You fight fire with water, and that is the essence of what you got to calm it down. You got a rage of fire coming at you, so you throw love at it. That's the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to because you gotta do it with love.
Well, I have learned a lot. Me and you, we have learned a lot from each other, and I'm still learning. And I'm happy that you're a part of my mentor. You're a mentor to me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Because I only had one mentor basically in my life. And so that person had died. But the thing is, you know, I was hot-headed even then. But I was making moves fast. I was burning through waves.
Yes. Yes.
But guess what? The guy we serve has calmed me down.
That's great.
You know? And since he calmed me down, I said, no, I'm willing to listen. Now, not to say that if you come off the wrong way now, and I don't understand it, you better go ahead and make it quick and make sure I understand it.
There you
and
go.
That's why I try to get young people. That's why I say I calm down, and I calm down to some of my older recruits, and I talk to them in a manner that, you know, hey, I don't understand your situation fully, but if we sit down, we can make it.
There you go.
Make it happen.
It's called communication.
Yeah.
See, it's communication because, see, what you and a lot of my business associates that ever hears this broadcast or never hear this broadcast, but hear from me personally, is that if you're ever going to expand your business, you're going to have to recruit, right? And after you recruit, now the mentoring takes place. And this is where the rubber meets the road. If you don't have the patience with your distributors and your recruits, you will lose them. And so the ones that do stick by you, they will avoid you in most cases. They just want your product so they can go make them some money. But you'll never get a chance to nurture them. And that's the travesty right there. That people can't tolerate. You got to be able to be tolerable to be able to be a mentor. You know? You can't be one way all the time. You got to be flexible, right? And pliable. Because, but when you master that temperament, right? Because that's when you begin to really prosper. Because there was times I was a little snappy too. I was like, you know what? I don't have to, but it was just at times. Most of the time I got to sit there and listen so I can get a better understanding of why this person is not accelerating or why they're failing. Because it's hard to help somebody when you don't listen. A lot of times we're snappy. Why? Because we're not listening. And we don't want to hear the things that are really coming from our business associate. We don't want to hear that. You know, and that's where that snappy stuff comes in. Well, if you hear what they're communicating about, you'll be able to help them in their endeavors. But if you're being too snappy, too quick, people are smart. They say, you ain't even listening to what I'm saying. You're reacting to the first 2 or 3 words I just said. You didn't even hear me out. You feel me? And so once but it takes practice now. It takes. Go ahead.
You see what I'm doing. You know, I'm listening.
Right.
Once one time I just go right juggler. But now, you know, I want to listen. You know, I really want to know because I really want to be successful in every endeavor that I do, and I am going to learn from from you and others like yourself. Because if you're telling me something that might be for someone else, and I need to catch that.
Absolutely.
So I can go ahead and give that to my team, man, and see what I can do for them, or see how can I increase their wealth, or as we increase our wealth together. Because people just need that right now.
Absolutely. Hold on, beloved. Hold on 1 second, please. Call you on the air.
Brother Mac.
Here we go. Hold on. Hey, big brother. Hey, Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Keith. Keith, that's Roosevelt.
What's up, Brother Ron? What's up, Keith?
Hey,
And everything's good.
hey, Keith. I'm sorry to bust you up because we only got a couple more minutes. Because I'm glad you chimed in because have you heard most of the broadcast?
I have.
And now near this portion of it is where it's going to make the most sense to the end of the show because this is where it really going to really excel anybody that ever listened to this broadcast. We are talking about other people's lives. We got people, when you mentor somebody, you got their life in your hands.
Right.
You can either accelerate their lifestyle or you can tarnish them for the rest of their life.
Absolutely.
So I want to hear from you, Keith. Tell me a little bit about how you dealing with these two cats. Can you share that with us?
Man, look, it's a beautiful thing because we have a if I could use this word, we have a tier contribution method going on here because it's not just me now because I have one of my distributors, right? He's acting in a mentor capacity. You see, I'm mentoring, and then I have you to come in at the top tier to kind of like oversee how we're doing everything. Because I'm going to tell you every now and then, man, I get them young dudes, I want to slap them up. I want to choke them up. But I know that it's not sports. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't just do them like that, man.
Right.
They're not ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like yesterday, right? Like one of my guys, he was right there on the front line getting it in. The other dude, he wanted to just sit in the car and, my other guy, my distributor said, man, he said he wanted to go smoke something. So what I did, right? I went and got some tabs from the store, right? You know what I'm saying, for us to spray the samples on. So what I did, I want him to cut up some paper. So I said, look, bro, I want you to understand that this is about teamwork. So I said, until you build up your confidence and come out here and do like this other guy right here is doing, here's something that you can do until you want to get out here in the field and fight. Because really, I could have been like, you know what, we're going to take you back home, man, and, you're going to do whatever it is you're going to do. But I know it takes time, and I saw that he appreciated me being patient with him.
There you go.
Hey, man, yeah, I'll do that. And he had no problem cutting the papers up, so, and look, they got two more guys. I got to interview two more guys today because they want to come out.
Well, were they part of this circle of people?
These two new guys who know these guys. So they heard that these two guys are working, so they want to come on board, But my distributor said, y'all got to meet the big man first, so he got to talk to y'all, and then I'll bring y'all out. So
see, I told you that's what was going. I told you all that was going to happen. That's how it works, people. And I told you that as you're training people, and the more you do it, it puts fire under the other cats.
Right.
I told you that. We were talking about your partner begin with a B. Broderick. And see that fire that Broderick's getting now?
Right.
Because you're giving attention to other people. I told you that.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
And look, you know what else Broderick did yesterday? So when they knocked off, Broderick, he took them home, and he did, bro, he cut their hair for them.
What?
So when they come out tomorrow, they're gonna have their look together. I'm working on getting some shirts for them, so we can have like a uniform. Broderick. I mean, now he's really excited now, because I told him the other night, I said, see, bro, I said, it's on you now. So
So I said, so you really got to step your game up, because I said, now you have two guys who are under you. And I said, these guys are looking for leadership. You know, I said these guys are looking for us to give them some guidance, man, and an opportunity to make a difference in their lives. I'm telling Brother Mac, these kids ain't got nothing, man. I said nothing. I mean, good thing. I had another business going on because I was able to help one of the guys out and give him some clothes, man, because he didn't have nothing, man.
Wow.
He had no family. He don't have nothing.
Wow. And see, I don't know. I'm going to say this with some confidence. These are the people that we really got to get to.
Absolutely.
Because they are the ones that will change the way our communities look.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They will do it with the quickness, and they'll be glad to do it. They said somebody cared enough to come and rescue me.
Exactly.
Then it's my duty to go rescue somebody else.
I saw that. You know, I saw that in my mind's eye. I saw that, man. I saw these guys being men and being successful and saying, you know what? I'm doing what I'm doing because I met a group of guys that gave me a shot, man, and they didn't give up on me.
There you go. There you go. But guess what, Keith? You get a chance to see it in real time.
Yeah.
This is going to happen before you even think about hitting the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see it. You get to see it spread, because that thing going to spread on you. This is just the beginning. I told you yesterday, and I said it, and I was almost prophesying, and I said, I know at some point you're going to have to stay still and build a whole market. And then you can go on and move. I told, what did I tell you? I said, I think I foresee you never even hardly going back to New Orleans. You're going to build a hub right there in Baton Rouge.
Man, you know, I wrestle with that, man, after you said that, you know, because I didn't want to hear that, you know, I didn't.
I know it, and I felt it when I was saying it. But you know what? Soon as you open up that first store and you got those guys down there really going strong, and you open up a port right there in Baton Rouge, it's over, baby. It's over. You're going to have all your supplies there in one place, and them guys are coming there getting their supplies and they're hitting the street.
Yeah, but
That's what's going to happen.
Yep, and he's going to have a meeting every week. Like every Saturday morning, have a sales meeting.
look, now I'm gonna tell you something else, man, that really tied all this right here in, bro. I mean, it's, you know, it's humbling, you know.
Yeah,
It's humbling.
it is.
Like Cliff told me yesterday. So,
Keep going.
so I met up with Cliff. When I got over there by Cliff, like Cliff introduced me to somebody, you know, which created another opportunity for me to generate even more money. But it's the brotherhood, man.
Yeah.
Cause like when I got over there, right, Cliff not doing the body arts.
Uh-huh.
So he called me over there, right? I got to meet his head guy, you know, and it's just beautiful, bro. Like when we show up, and it's like we have the same product, but we all have our own brand. So
Right.
you see what I'm saying? And it's like, it's because it's more than enough money for all of us.
You'll die before you all are caught in that market. You be dead and gone.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just beautiful, bro. I see this thing gonna take off so quick, and
Yep.
we're gonna have so many of these kids this summer, you know, being able to generate money for themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is going to happen in real time. We have no unearthly reason not to expand our territories. And I'm talking about right in that territory now. We're expanding right there. The market is so huge. There's so many youth there and so many young adults that have been waiting for us to do this. It's incredible.
And I tell you what we do is, and I see this there, right? So like club guys will be in their uniforms with their shirts on.
Yep.
My guys will be in their uniform with their shirts on.
That's it.
We'll have these meetings, bro, and we'll come together collectively like that.
Absolutely.
But it's so important, and when they see that they're in groups, and that they all, are building, and have products to sell, man, and they got money in their pockets.
That's it.
It's like the military, man.
Absolutely. And they got money in the bank. See, because one of the main, what I see with this whole thing is, this whole movement is that we have to teach banking. How to have a bank account, how to save, how to balance it, the books, everything. And that's what those Saturday meetings going to be all about. You might have a daily meeting. They come in the morning and you have your daily meeting. They'll go out and now everybody hit the street.
Man, you know what? I got several bankers that I deal with. I'm talking like the vice presidents of banks because my mentors that I've had have introduced me to these guys. So I have like relationships with for 10 years. So I'm gonna get to bring these guys into the bank and meet these big people so that they can get the personal relationships so that they'll feel comfortable going into a bank, and to understand that serve you.
That's what I'm talking about. And that needs to happen sooner than later. Sooner than later. And the beautiful thing is to bring these guys into their element and now bring the bankers into their element. So now the bankers saying, man, if we get this going, now they want to finance it. They want to finance your meetings in the morning. They will make sure there's food there, everything. They're sponsoring you to go out. Hey, I'll call you right back there. You can hold on though. They can sponsor you. They'll sponsor everything that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They would love to do it if they knew that the community was going to rise up and that it was going to be more banking going on because of these young hustlers out here and that you're creating a movement. What do you think's going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
You go down to that bank, you go down to your banker buddies sometime this week and say, listen, I'm creating a whole new sales force. And I want you to be a part of it.
Hey, brothers.
Yes.
Brothers, I got to get out of here.
Do your thing, baby boy.
But be blessed, man. Keith, man, praying for you, brother. Keep your head up. And keep motivating the young people, man. So that's what we need, man.
There you go. Thank you, beloved.
It's a pleasure, brother.
It's a plum pleasing pleasure.
All right, brother.
Stay strong, brother. Stay strong. Stay strong in the Lord, baby. It's a plum. It's a plum pleasing pleasure.
All right, yo, man.
Peace and love. Hey.
You too, brother.
Thank you. Hey, Keith.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you noticed, but we went over an hour.
I know it, brother. I saw it.
Yep. So it's okay. And I told Mark, I said we're just gonna communicate, and it's real talk, and that's what matters. So I can chop this up into segments, make it 1, 2, and 3, right?
Right.
We have the obligation that we really have, and now that we're taking it on to ourselves, we really are taking on this obligation. It is our duty to help our brothers and sisters before we leave this planet.
Right.
And guess what? And we have the power to do it.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity for our brothers and sisters that listen to this broadcast, there's an opportunity for us to go and help our little brothers and sisters just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Listen, any of my local people, you come in here, and I want to thank Project Keep 'Em Off the Streets, my brother Q Peoples. We have some clothes over here. We would love to put some clothes on some of your people's back. We got some nice dresses over here. We have some shorts. We have jackets. We have clothes over here that we can put on your backs so that we can you got any underprivileged people in the neighborhood that need some clothes. We got racks of clothes back here that we're going to give away free.
Yeah.
Dig that. And now, check this out. Now we'll get to a point where I'm starting to do communications with other clothing companies. Now that we can put some polo shirts on people, we can give them ties, nice shoes.
Yeah.
And even Goodwill. I might make a relationship with Goodwill. They got quality stuff where you can go in there and shop for almost nothing.
Yeah.
That sound like something to do?
Hey, man. Hey, Captain.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you, bro.
That's it. And this is easy, man. This is easier done than said. We work on the simplicity side of things. How much does it cost us to talk to our brothers?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Don't cost us nothing. They say, hey, brother, how would you like to make some extra cash? And guess what? When you communicate with somebody that you're mentoring to, and then you put the same burdens on them, so it is your responsibility to get some of these younger brothers and sisters that don't go to school, that need an outlet. I'm telling you, your banker buddies, you watch what happens. You watch what happens. You watch. You watch what happens. I'll be flying down there once a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
To make sure that we putting them programs are going on strong. What you're doing down there ain't really even happening right here, right now. But you think I care? But I mentor a lot of different people to make sure I get, but we getting ready to do the same thing here. Once I tie into one of my church or Berean church, one of these churches, because I think a lot of things really do revolve around the church. It doesn't have to be church driven, but the church has a responsibility.
Right.
To cater to the community. But you know what the deal is, Keith?
What's that?
They don't know how.
Right.
They don't know how to take something simple as a mentoring program. But see, the thing is, we have the products.
Right.
And the know-how.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we have a story to tell and product to sell.
Mm-hmm.
You in the clothing industry, now that you're in the fragrance industry, it's lights out. Lights out.
Yeah.
Lights out. There's no excuse. Once you bring the banking industry into this thing, into the fold,
I'm calling it
you watch what happens.
I'm calling it
You watch what happens, boy. I know this, and say this is going to be one of those reports that I can't wait for my phone to ring.
Oh, yeah.
So your banker buddies, all of a sudden, they said, I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
I want to meet some of these guys.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, they say, hey, can we finance a building so that you can get in there and help and have a meeting almost every day to help these guys?
They need it, bro.
They said, can we pay for it? Now they're asking you, can they pay for it? What do you think? And they said, we want to buy them breakfast. We want to supply the lunch.
Now, just what you done said these few words this morning, man. You done took my mindset to a whole other level, man. Of just how deeply layered this thing can become as far as galvanizing the community.
Absolutely.
You know, getting people involved.
Absolutely.
You know, because by the time the news show up, man, we might have 100 kids.
That's
100
it.
kids running out here doing something.
Absolutely.
Get the kids to start going in the neighborhoods, cleaning up and
Yeah.
giving back to older people. You know,
And going back to school.
I ain't go back to school.
Get educated. These guys are now graduating from college with degrees, and that is stepping right into something huge. And coming back to mentor the kids.
It's awesome, bro.
It is.
It is. It's awesome and it's so humbling.
It is.
You know, it is.
Man, I got tears in both my eyes, man. The only thing I'm not, they're not really flowing and kind of tapping it, you know what I mean? Because I know, I'm welled up in my eyeballs right now.
Hey, bro. I've been choked up for the last 15 minutes.
I know that's right. Because you can really change people's lives in real time.
Yeah, man.
Now, guess what? Now your legacy is now starting.
Right.
What are you going to leave behind? See, you may not have no children of your own, but you got plenty of children in your eyesight right there. Right there.
Yeah, man.
They don't have to be yours, do they?
No, they don't, bro. You know?
But they are yours anyway, ain't they?
Absolutely. You know, they all ours.
Right.
You know, that's where we got to begin to view these children instead of looking at what the environment that we as adults have created for them. It's not all their fault, man. You know what I'm saying? Adults, they want to act like these kids brought themselves here. You know?
You got it.
But I mean, hey man,
You got it.
we got to do our part.
Damn, doggone right.
And then we're going to impact it in a major way, just like you're saying, because I already see it happening.
Absolutely.
You know? And these guys are up right now, excited to know that they have a purpose right now.
Yep. Absolutely. Wait till I bet you, do they have a phone?
No, they don't have a phone yet. And I said, we're going to work on that.
Yes.
I said, we're going to work on that. So I said, we're going to try to grind out this week. And I said, sometime next week, I said, y'all should have some phones, man. You ain't got to have no fancy phones starting out.
Nope.
You know, get you something basic.
That's it. Get you one of them Metro phones. You call as many people as you want.
Yeah, you know.
You talking about $40 a month? They're gonna be making that. One of these soon. They're gonna be making that an hour.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
And boy, hey Keith, man, I'm gonna go ahead and chime off, man. We did a great job this morning, man.
Hey, man. Thank God.
Thank God, man. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Just stay strong, and I'll talk to you before the day's out.
Okay.
I love you, King.
Yeah, love you too, man.
Stay strong. Peace and love. What a broadcast, everybody. We're going to try to chop this up into some series, you know, a couple of different series, and hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast this morning. I just want you to know that God has a blessing with your name on it, and it's yours. It's yours to keep. God bless you and your families. I'll see y'all a little later tomorrow. God bless you. Have an awesome day. Peace and love.